What ended up happening is that first friend we were talking to was just trying to scam Bill out of his proceeds because he was in like like senior abuse.
Oh,
It was one of those situations. He had like taken like 15 grand off of his credit cards. Like,
Hey. Welcome back to Real Estate Confessions, where real estate cultura and generational wealth collide. We are three real estate girlies spilling the tea, closing deals, and confessing everything. Yes, you heard that right. Everything. From wild client stories to generational building wins, nothing is off limits here. So let's confess. I'm Esme.
I'm Rosalind.
Hi, my name's Nayeli, and for today's guest, we have somebody who's a local real estate investor who started off as a real estate agent and is actually now a retired landlord.
Hallelujah.
Welcome, Aram, to our podcast.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys having me.
So let's start from the beginning.
Let's do
So how is it that you got your license and then you're like, you know what? F this.
Yeah.
Let's do something bigger and better.
So I only got my license to be an investor from like day one.
Okay.
I was doing some like research on Google. I'm like, I want to be rich. Who's rich? And everybody owned real estate. I was like, easy. We got to own real estate, right? Or we have to invest in real estate. But everybody that was investing in real estate already had money. So I'm like, how am I going to get money? And then somehow I think I saw like a YouTube video from like Brian Casella. He was in front of like, I'm a car guy. So he was in front of like a GTR. I was like, okay, that's a nice car. He has a nice car. Let's listen to this guy. He's like, I'm a real estate agent. I'm like, wait a minute. You can get paid to learn something, and then I can invest in what I just learned? Send it. So now I applied for my license at the time. So this was 2017. I was 19. So you guys asking my age, so you could do the math.
Wait. How old you are? It's terrible. I hate this.
So
I'm 29.
29.
Oh, okay.
I'll be 30 in a month.
Same. I'm like, we're not going to do this.
So in 2017, though, back in the day, I was 19. I decided I want to get my real estate license. However, back then you had to be 21. So I literally just waited a year and a half. So I just watched all the videos. Like I was like studying, trying to figure out what to do. So by the time I got my license, I kind of already knew like I'm a cold call FSBOs and expireds. I don't know why I chose that path, but it felt like the right thing to do when you're 21. But like my friends ain't buying shit.
Right.
Are we allowed to cuss on this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. They weren't buying shit. So I was like, all right, so we got to figure out a way to like cold call, at least like figure something out here. So that's pretty much what happened. In like February, I got my license. March 1st was my first day. And after my goal was 5 years in, get into investing, and just exactly what I did.
What was the moment that you were like, oh, you know what? Like, F this. Like, I'm over this. I'm just going to go and start flipping.
It was actually my second flip. My first flip, I hated it. I was like, this is stupid, dude. I just locked up all this money. I'm stressed the fuck out for 3 months. I made 20 grand after everybody, got their money. I was like, I'd rather just sell like 3 houses and make the same money. Why am I so stressed, right? So then I bought 2 apartment buildings because I thought that was the way to build wealth. I'm like, I got 2 apartment buildings. I am for sure going to be rich, right? Like 3 months later, I stabilized them. Like, I'm only making like 2 grand a month. Like, this is not going to help, right? Yeah. But we had so much capital locked up in it. And then I accidentally got a call from a mailing campaign I sent out for 1 month and canceled, right? Because I didn't want to be a flipper anymore. Yeah. This random guy named Randy is like, hey, you sent me a mailer on my house. I'm like, who? What? Where? Like, bro, I'm going to lunch. Like, hey, Randy. I'm like, where's the house? He's like, it's in Schaumburg right away. This is 2022 or I think 2023. So like inventory was still super low, especially in like those good areas. So when I heard Schaumburg, I was like, what do we offer you, bro? He's like 150. I'm like, no way. I'm like, he's got a 2-bed, 1.5 bath townhouse. I'm like, I can't lose. I know that price point. Yeah. So I went to go see it, and at the time I was stupid. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wholesale this. That's my brilliant plan. I'm gonna find deals off market, give it to my clients for a small fee, so I could basically create my own listings. That was my grand plan. So I went and locked it up for like 125. I had a buyer lined up for 135, but he didn't answer his phone when I called him. So I got anxious. So I'm like, you know what? My friend's like, why don't you just buy it? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have money to buy this. And he's like, get a hard money loan. So I got a hard money loan, and like with $31,000, we flipped that 3 months later to $90,000. And I barely worked. I was like, dude, I just make 60 grand, no clients, no buyer, no showings, don't have to deal with shit, no price adjustments or conversation, no objection handlers. I just made 60 grand. Maybe I did 12 hours of work. That's like 9 clients right there. So I'm like, I'd rather just do this 5 times a year and just enjoy my life. And then it just kind of snowballed to like, if I could do 5 a year, I could do 10. If I could do 10, I could do 30. Now I'm like, if I could do 30, 50 is right there.
Right.
So that's kind of where we're at. Those are the last 3 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
So now
Yeah.
how do you find your deals to lock it in?
I spent about like, what are we spending right now? $25,000 a month for just marketing. So a lot of the deals just come to me now. All I have to do is answer my phone, go on appointments, give them a fair lowball offer, and hope they accept it. Yeah.
And at the beginning, what were your clients, flippers or first times or?
In the beginning, I want to say I had a lot of first-time home buyers. Like as a realtor, most of my clientele was, I'd say, like 70% buyers, maybe like 30% listings.
Okay.
A lot of it were just buyers who decided to sell their house, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, I got into the investing side around 2020, 2021, because that's what I was interested in. So I just attracted that clientele, which was great in 2020, 2021, even 2022. Actually, halfway through 22, you realize there's really no more deals on the MLS. So I had like 48 active clients all looking for house hacks, a flip, rental property, something that cash flowed, right? And I'm like working my ass off. I have no money because I have no deals. There's like one good deal a month, and all 48 of my clients want that one deal.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is not going to work out. So I was like, I'd rather just do the deals myself. If you guys want to invest in it, you're welcome to come in. Otherwise, we're on our way.
Is that kind of how you do it now? Because I did see on your social media, you have like a whole spreadsheet. You put the amount you're going to invest in the property, purchase price, and all of that.
Yep.
And then your gainings. And then I believe on that spreadsheet, I saw there was like yourself and 4 other investors.
Yeah. So when I started, because I didn't have a track record, I raised like 100% of the cash from all the investors, right? So if I bought a house for 300 grand, I just raised 300 grand, right? Now I don't really have as many investors. I have like a couple of people that are like, hey, you want to make some money on your money? Sure, I'll take it. But I use most of mine right now. But I started by raising capital.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
To this day, I still technically don't have any of my own money in the deals.
To someone
That's
who
great.
wants to start, what advice would you give to them?
I would say shop for the best deal possible, not on your budget, because the money's out there. Like a lot of ways I get my deals as well is I literally will get a message, hey, I got this deal,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, okay, let's take a look at it. If I like it, if it makes money, we either pay assignment fee or we partner up, right? So if you can learn how to find first identify what a good deal actually is, find it, lock it up so you have control, then you could go find the money easily.
But you have random people hitting you up like on social media?
Yeah. And
Oh,
90%
yeah.
of the time, it's like the shittiest deal ever. Like, I'm like, dude.
Don't hit me up.
They're like, ARV 450, bro, we could get it for 400. I'm like, well, if I sell for 450, I have to pay commissions. I'm left with like 425. Buy for 400, I got like 10K closing costs. Where's my money, bro?
So do you think that social media has helped you? Because I knew about you because I followed you on TikTok. I think before when you started your landlord career. And I remember like there was one where it's like, the heater went out. I got to pay all this money. And you put like the
I was so
ridiculous
pissed,
amount.
yeah.
I remember that. And I was like, dude, I'm like, why'd you pay that much? Like, there's no way. But, you know, I'm like, okay, well, you're new. And then you were like, yeah, I'm new or whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's probably the guy. Because I'm a landlord. I'm a full-time landlord.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, the kind of stuff that you're dealing with, you're like, oh my God. And I'm like, it's really not that big a deal. But I think like you were getting ripped off a little bit.
I was getting juiced a little bit because I like convenience. So I didn't really like build like the relationships. Yeah, I just had like one like plumbing and HVAC company. I call them, they show up. I really, really like that. That one, it was probably a Christmas Eve. I had a Christmas morning call at 5:40.
Oh,
I was like, fuck this, man.
Yeah.
But that was like earlier on. So I was like, I could deal with it because, you know, the equity on the back end is going to be worth it. And then later on, like I had a situation where we had like 2 vacancies. We were remodeling one of the units. We had the hot water go out. And I was like, if I did the math, it was like an all in like 60K like negative, right? And I'm sitting in my head, I'm like, dude, if I didn't have my flipping business, I would be bankrupt right now, right? So I'm like, personally, not a big fan of being a landlord unless you have active income somewhere else. Like, I don't think it
for
should be your main source of income.
What did you end up profiting from the ones that you did buy?
The buildings?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we made crazy
Okay,
good money. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
But I just didn't like enjoy like holding them, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it says as long as you like came out on top, because that you know that's another way to make money, appreciation.
So that's exactly why I bought them. Everything I buy has got to be value add. So we bought it. I raised the rents by about 30%. So I would say we got like the total money invested. We got like a 60% return on our money in like 2.5 years. So it's not a bad return, but like with flipping, I would have tripled that money in that same amount of time, which was pissing me off. I'm like, dude, if I had 250,000, I would have had 750,000 by like the 2-year mark. You know?
Yeah.
Now I'm stuck with like 120.
So do you think that social media has helped you get any like good leads or has helped you with your business at all?
As an agent, it helped a lot. You know what it's helping with a lot? It's networking opportunities, right? Because when you have a following, even though you might not be like the richest person, but people love attention. So if you can get attention, whatever business they're in, you could probably help them, right? So you bring value to the table regardless of like your financial position, where your business is at. So that's helped me out a lot. And like-minded people have found me easier. It's really difficult to get like-minded people, good ethics, hardworking to like find you, right? Because you guys are probably locked in working every day. How you gonna meet anyone, right? Exactly. So I meet a lot of friends like that, and then it's helped my coaching business more than anything else when it comes to like monetary stuff, and then coaching business helps the flipping business.
Okay, so you also have a coaching business.
I do, yeah.
Do you coach flippers?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of my deals come with that too. I'm like, listen, this is what we're doing that works. They find it, and then what happens is when you already like. I can make any deal 10 times easier, right? Because I have the experience, the track record, the lending, and the construction down. All you got to do is just bring a deal, streamline the process from there. So I get a lot of deals that way too.
So I seen that you recently just pivoted from that because you want to focus more on your actual business because you're on track to closing almost 50 flips, right? Or something
30
like
this
that?
year, we'll do 50 next year. Yeah.
Okay, 30 this year.
So what happened with
50
that
next
is I had noticed I was like so busy with like students.
Yeah.
I kind of like put the foot off the gas a little bit. And I was like, I'm behind on my goal. So I'm like, fuck this. No. So I stopped it for like 2 months. In those 2 months, we bought 8 houses. So I'm back on top. So coaching program is now back. We'll be launching it again like in like a week or so.
And how does your coaching work? How is it that you jumped into like coaching and you're like, yeah, I can teach people how to do this?
Yeah.
Because you have your website, you have it set up. I was stalking your website.
As you should.
And I was like, wow. I didn't want to sign up because I was like, I'm not.
You would have
like,
been pitched right away.
But like, how was that process for you?
Like why I started it?
Yeah.
Honestly, I just saw so many people making money that I knew I'm like, this guy does not know what he's talking about. Right. So I'm like, I'm actually doing it. And I get a lot of messages from people like, yo, can you help me out, this and that? And the reality is I can help 100 people and waste my time helping them, but 95% will do nothing. So I've wasted my time. I've made no money. And my business isn't moving forward because I'm busy helping you with your business. Right. So for me to filter out who I should help or who I shouldn't help, I'm like, I got to start charging. Right. At first, I was charging like way too low. Thank God. Thank God we adjusted quickly, right? And then kind of just been building from there. So that's the way for me to filter out who's serious and who's not serious.
Yeah.
That's really
nice. And if there's a lot of demand, it's too cheap.
That's what's happening. I was like, we sold like 15, 20 without me ever telling people about it. I was like, whoa, I'm busy. I can't be like, I was busy like helping like 15 people build their business. I'd rather just take 2 hours a day building my business and make double the money.
So it sounds like you're somebody who takes the opportunities and you make a decision fast.
Yeah.
Is there an opportunity that passed you up that you're like, man, I should have taken that and you didn't? Or are you always like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. Even if I lose.
Honestly, I was so like closed-minded my first 5-6 years of business. Even if it was an opportunity, I wouldn't have been able to identify it. So I don't know what I missed out on early on. In the last like 2 years, I've been a lot more comfortable. I think as you start making money and you have a little bit of like cushion, you just take a lot more risk, right? So I would say I wish I could have done more deals like last year. I was a little bit too comfortable last year. I could have easily done 15. Right? I was like, no, let's stick to like 10. It's fine. Other than that, like right now I'm looking at like builds, like terrifies the shit out of me. But like, why not? You know, what's the worst that can happen?
Sorry. Honestly, I heard that's like the path to success. If it doesn't scare the shit out of you, or like if you're not being delusional, you'll never achieve it.
That's a fact. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm delusional. Like I'm telling them I'm gonna be a billionaire.
As you should.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Actually, I don't want to be a billionaire, to be honest. Too many problems. I'm good at 50 million. Give me 50 million. I am good.
No, but if you're always doubling your money, you'll essentially even
at some point I'll
get to the
slow
point
down.
like trillionaire. Building generational wealth, truly.
Girl, 50 million, they got enough. They got enough.
Yeah, you got enough.
They got enough.
Because even with $1 billion, it'd be take you like God knows even what time to spend it. You couldn't even spend it in your lifetime.
It's too much headache. Also, when you have too much money, it's like the fun in life is gone, right? It's like it's fun to figure out like how do we solve this problem? We want to build a house. We have no money.
Yeah.
Let's go figure out a way to find the money, build the house, find the contacts. That's fun. But if you have like $1 billion, we're like, could you go into my drawer real quick, grab 2 million, and just build this house? Let me know what happens, right? That's boring, you know.
And I think that what it comes with having a lot of money, it's like a lot of people don't see that, but people like they see what, the money, and they're like, oh my God, you probably
Yeah.
have like all this money. But the responsibility that comes with making a lot of money
Stress.
That's
is
very
that a lot of
true.
people don't understand, and they're not willing to do the
That's a
things that it
fact.
takes to actually make the money and keep that money. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep.
I'm still working on that. I spend it all, to be honest.
Yeah, I see you like to eat good. I see you like to eat good. So
I cook every day. You see it.
I love that though, because if you're not doing something for yourself, then why would you work so hard?
Finally, someone that understands.
Yeah.
I never understood people who were like got all this money just like wearing shitty clothes, driving a shitty car. I'm like, dude, why did you work hard anyway if you're gonna drive the same Honda Civic? Like, why'd you go through all this pain and suffering
Yeah.
to drive a Honda Civic?
Yeah.
Right?
It's gotta be worth it.
It's got to be worth it. So I spend it all, or I reinvest in my business. The
Yeah.
excess, I spend all of it.
As you should. Well, you yourself is an investment. The way you like carry yourself
Yeah.
and the way you dress and everything, that's an investment.
I agree.
So
Can you talk to my accountant real quick?
Well, if you like just start your logo and do whatever, then you can just
Yeah.
write everything off. Your shoes, get a brand.
You know what? You're
Telling
right.
you everything.
Logo and everything.
Yeah,
from now
I-
on. This
I
is
have-
my uniform.
Yeah. I'm serious. That's what you do. I also have a tax business that
Yeah.
I started to like dip into the tax industry
Mhm.
because I wanted to know how to evade taxes because I hate paying taxes.
Doesn't it
And
suck?
like, that's one of those things. And like right now I'm like like last year it's like 23 in, and I'm like I already hate it. I'm like, how do I avoid it this year?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we're all blessed because we get the real estate professional designation.
Yeah.
If I'm sure you know about that one. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's the cheat code. That's why like I don't do the whole uniform thing because I'm like I'll just take depreciation and move on with my life. But if I had a regular business, uniform every day.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
My car would have been wrapped with like we buy houses cash,
buy houses, yeah.
something, you know.
Your sticker with your logo and your phone number.
Absolutely.
So what's next for you? So now you've already done real estate. You've already been an investor.
Mm-hmm.
You are now growing your mentorship. What's next? Like, where do you see yourself maybe in the next like 10 years?
It's a great question. Every time I set like a 5-year goal, like a year later, I'm like, well, that was stupid, right? Because I'm setting a long-term goal without the knowledge or like the individual I need to be to make that decision yet, right? So right now, all I know is I want to keep scaling the flipping business to about 50 and stop it right there. I do not want to go any further than that. It's too much pain and suffering. From there, I want to get into commercial real estate, new development, and then I would love to own some businesses as well. Because like for us on the flipping side, it's like so capital intensive, and like I'll make 80 grand on a flip, but it'll come like 3 months later, right? What do you do in the meantime? Unfortunately, we have enough every month there's a deal or two closing, but I would love to like own businesses that are operating without me having to do anything.
Okay.
So that'd be like the next plan. That'd be nice to own like a couple. Hey, I own that restaurant, I own
Yeah.
that coffee shop, you know, I own that plumbing company, whatever. So,
Okay. What do you want people to remember you for?
ooh. I don't care too much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, some people are,
Yeah.
but some people are not.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good guy, take care of his family and things like that. But other than that, I really don't care.
I've seen that you have a little niece.
Yeah,
Refresh my memory of her name.
Ariella.
Ariella.
Yeah,
How is that? Like, does family play a big part of like your why?
absolutely. I mean, as a man, I want to make sure I take care of my family, right?
Okay.
So like, I cannot in my life live knowing like I can't pay bills, right? So that's like the huge motivating factor for me. Also, I'm looking for a housewife, so there's no way I can't make money, right? It's a single income household over here, so we gotta figure out a way to get the income going. Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah, I seen that. You carry yourself as a cool uncle.
Yeah,
You
my identity.
carry that title.
to my core.
Dab me up.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm the
Absolutely.
cool auntie.
Honestly, it's so much more fun to be the uncle than the parent, I think, because we can just leave. Like, oh, she's
You're like,
crying. Here you go, mom.
Like, here's some candy. Bye.
I'm out of here. Deal with the sugar high later, you know?
So now let's shift a little bit of gear.
Mhm.
My favorite part of the show. What has been your biggest mistake while doing a flip?
Fortunately, I haven't really lost money yet, so it hasn't really been a big lesson.
Why would you say you haven't lost money? What's your strategy to?
So I was very cautious when I started,
Uh-huh.
and I got into it with like 6 years of experience. Like I knew how to run all my numbers before I actually like bought my first deal.
Okay.
And the first few deals I bought cash. So
But as far as like, what do you do inside the homes? Do you do like basic finishes and?
okay, I guess
How
that's
do you-
I used to do like super basic finishes,
Okay.
right? Where it's like just get the bare minimum in and out, and then the properties we would just sell it, right? But I noticed like a lot of my flips wouldn't have the same excitement that other like less updated homes would have because they were just solid. Like you walk in like,
Okay.
this feels good, right? So I guess that's definitely one regret I would fix. But it didn't really cost me any money. Like maybe I lost like 5-10K, or it sold a week later than it would have sold like, prior. But besides that, biggest regret in business, I would say, was as a realtor. I lost so much money because I took bad advice. So when I started, I was 21, no experience, looked like shit, crooked glass. It was bad. Like, I wouldn't hire me. I don't. Shout out to my first client, Jack, that did hire me. But
Jack
right?
is a real one.
Just looking out.
My coach at the time, I had hired someone, and they were like, "You have to charge 6%." I was like, "Okay, I'm charging 6%," and that cost, because I was cold calling FSBOs and expires like 3 hours a day, nonstop, every day for like a year and a half. So I had like 50 plus appointments I went on. A lot. I had my script so dialed in, like I was good. But every time that commission objection came up, I couldn't get over the hurdle. They're like, "We'll hire you for 5%. We are not paying you 6, kid." I was like, "Nah, I'm worth 6." And I did the math for like what I lost in business was like, I was on a 50-50 split, and I would have made $122,000 after my split, extra my first year.
Damn.
If I just like lowered my commission first. So like a huge like lesson in business is first build your value and then charge for it. Right.
Yeah.
So I wish when I started, I would have focused on less on the money and then more on like, okay, let me find someone that's already done it. So I don't have to go here and like, it took me 4 years to make any real money. So like I could have done that in a year. Right.
Yeah.
So find someone that's already done it, could show me the path, and then just build my name first. Because if I not, like say I have like 15 clients reaching out to me every single month, now I could be like, yeah, I'm only taking 6% listings.
Yeah.
That's a different story because I have a track record, right? Didn't do that. So that cost me a 4. I think that set me back like 4 years, but it allowed me to build character. So thank God.
Yeah. No, you're funny. No.
Exactly.
No, that's great advice because you're right. I do see a lot of people who are like, I want this. And it's like, okay, but what do you do? Or what did you do? Like, would you hire yourself?
I wouldn't pay me 1% back then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I actually had that thought this morning. I was like, would I hire myself?
Yeah.
Would I pay myself what I'm paying, what I'm charging? So that's something that, like people don't want to do any self work. They're just kind of like, oh, like,
pay me.
Yeah, pay me. Like, okay, I'm here, pay me. But it's like, okay, so what value do you bring? And that's great. I think that's great advice for any agent.
100%. Yeah. Build your name. Any business, but specifically agents, because there's like 40,000 of us here.
Yep.
If you're not going to do it for 5, someone else will. Until you build your name where it's like, I want you to do it. When you get to that point, then it's like, okay, then you can charge whatever you charge.
Yeah.
You brought another thing up that I really like, that you said you're spending $25,000 a month.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are like, hey, I want to make a ton of money, but I don't want to put any money in.
I hate
and
those
I don't want to lose any money. Like I hate those people too. Because I'm like, bro, how do you think people make money? Like you make money by spending money.
100%. I mean, when people ask me, like, what's my secret to getting off market deals? I'm like, have you tried spending $10K a month and see what happens to you? Yeah. Your phone will not stop ringing, right? I wish I had that mindset when I was a realtor. If I had spent like $10K a month as a realtor, I would have made like 40 grand a month easily. Like all business is so easy. Money in, get clients. Money spent in marketing will always come back to you, right? Yeah. So, and if you're afraid to spend it, like a lot of my coaches, when they come on, I'm like, look, I'm going to ask you to spend money. So do not pay me if you're not going to then listen to me and spend the money. Right? Because it's the easiest way to do it. Like there's free ways to get business, but who is going to sit here and cold call 3 hours a day consistently for a year and follow with all the calls I said maybe, which is where all the business is. So
tell us more about your coaching business. If somebody wanted to sign up, somebody who's watching, like, cause I'm interested, I would sign up and I'll pay.
I love it. Yes.
So how would somebody get started?
So there's if you just go into my link in my bio or somewhere, just message me on Instagram, RMG Realty somehow, and we'll get you a link. You'll probably talk to somebody on my team just because I really don't have the time to take the calls anymore because I'm always be late. And then they'll break down how a program works. We have a system where it's like, if you just need the information and you're like a self-starter, here's exactly what I do, go do it. And then there's like, if you need me to jump on a call with you anytime you need, that's like mentorship. That's a little bit different. So if it requires my time, we charge a lot for it. If it doesn't require my time, it's going to be very affordable. What was your biggest mistake in real estate? Let's go one by one. Let's go with you. You've been quiet today.
Trusting other agents.
Oh, God.
Like, on the other side of the deal, thinking they got their shit together and not.
Even if they've had 10 years of experience, if you do the math, they've sold 10 houses. So, like, why am I trusting this person?
Yeah.
That's actually.
You know what I do with that? You guys have, like, I think it's called homes.com. Whenever I'm talking to a realtor, the first thing while they're talking to me, I'm just looking up their name, looking up their production. I'm like, okay, I'll listen to you. versus he sold 3 houses in 5 years. That's crazy. You say that. I gotta go.
That's great advice. That's great
Yeah.
advice. I love that. We're gonna use that.
We're clipping that.
Absolutely do. I had an agent that gave me open house advice, right? He's literally talking to me. I'm like, I feel like this is bullshit. I look up his production. Dude had sold 2 houses in 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, hey, man, I appreciate it. I'll see what I could do. Cancel the open house.
Yeah.
Hey, one deal a year. Let's
deal a
go.
year, let's go.
Yeah. Well, I actually saw somebody on TikTok who was like selling a cold calling course.
Yeah.
And I looked her up. She literally had one, and she had people signing up. And I was mad. I made a TikTok about it because I was like, this is bullshit. Like, I could probably do a better job than you.
100% you could.
I was like, the hell are people doing? But people don't know. Social media is fake. That's another.
It's so goddamn fake. Because I'm in it. So, like, I kind of know the numbers behind the scenes. I'm like, lying.
Yeah. I see that.
Okay, I guess we didn't do confession
Oh,
time.
okay. Fire away.
So, Aram. Or
Aram.
Aram.
You guys are Mexican. What nationality you guys?
Mexican.
You call me Aram.
Aram.
There you go.
Aram.
Yeah.
That flows
There we
better.
go.
Adam.
That's better.
Okay, Aram. What has been your wildest, most crazy real estate story?
We're seeing that.
Oh, my God. I'm going to give the short version.
Yeah.
Because I think it'll be more interesting. So one of my students calls me, hey, I got this deal. I called one guy, and he told me he doesn't want to sell a house, but his friend is sick and dying. He needs to sell his house in Barrington. I was like, okay. So let's see what we could do. We do the numbers, and the guy wants $325. I'm like, okay, I'll pay him $325. I'll give you $15 on top of that. Let's get this done, right? We go, like, it takes us about a week and a half to get the friend to show us the house. We go see the house. We give him the contract. Now for the next like month and a half, we just yanking our chain. Like, hey man, we're gonna get this contract signed. Like, I'm like, he's gonna die, dude. Like, hurry up and get this shit signed, you know, so we can close it so man can get his money. Yeah. And after like a month and a half, I called him. I said, dude, just give me the guy's phone number at this point. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then he gave me the phone number. I called that guy for like 3 weeks, didn't answer. And then randomly, I'm at the gym. I get a call. Hey. This is me. Let's call him Bill for now. Is Bill, you've been calling about my house. I was like, yeah, man. We've been calling about your house.
Where
we
the
have a
fuck
signed
you been,
contract.
Bill?
What the fuck you been, man? I'm like, first, are you alive?
Yeah, like, is this really Bill?
Is this really Bill? Right. So long story short, what ended up happening is that first friend we were talking to was just trying to scam Bill out of his proceeds because he was in like like senior abuse. It was one of those situations. He had like taken like 15 grand off of his credit cards. He's been spending it like crazy, and he figured it out, right? So he finally called us directly, and I was like, listen, we've been dealing with your friend, let's call him Jay for now. He goes like, Jay's not my friend. That guy was trying to, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, well, great. I'm your friend. Let's get this shit done. He's like, I want 425. I said, hold on a minute now, sir. You out of your goddamn mind. All right. He goes like, there's new build over there. I'm like, no, there isn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Long story short, we get him to 340, right? And I go to my student, I'm like, listen, bro, I can't pay him 340 and pay you 15K. Let's just partner on it, right? So now that was like mid-July. It took us until end of August to get a signed contract from this guy. And here's how it happened. I was in Wisconsin. I get a call. Hey, he would always schedule a time and just ghost me, right? And later I found out why. So we had a set time on Monday to meet at this Dunkin' Donuts off of Dempster. I'm like, I'm there. I call him the night before, he's not answering. The morning of, he's not answering. I'm like, he's an old guy. I'm going to go anyway. 45-minute drive to Skokie. I get there. Nobody shows up. Following Friday, he calls me like, hey, you never showed up. I said, listen, motherfucker. I'm sick of you. Yeah. I'm either coming right now or I'm not coming at all. Yeah. And he goes like, my house is a mess. Come tomorrow. I said, do you plan on cleaning it between now and tomorrow? He was like, no. Now I'm on my way. So we go to his house. Oh, my God. This guy was living bad. So turns out he couldn't walk. And the reason he kept flaking on me is because he just turned his phone off. And he hadn't had food in when I pulled up, he had no food for 3 days. He asked us for a chocolate shake from Dunkin' Donuts and Panda Express. I did not know the guy was starving, so I did not get the Panda Express. And this guy's fucking with me, right? I'll get the Dunkin' Donuts, but you got to be fucked up. I'm going to Panda Express, wait in that line and get you, like, noodles and shit. So we get there. House smells awful. There's, like, poop in litter boxes. I don't know if it's his poop or someone else's poop. I don't know what's going on here, right? We get there. He's like, he gets up. His pants are like half on. I was like, before we do any paperwork, I could call the police right now, dude. Like, do you need help? He's like, no police. I was like, okay. I'm like, when's the last time you ate? He's like, 3 days ago. I was like, Okay.
Goodness.
I'm like, are you sure? Like, I don't give a fuck about this house. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want this on my head, dude.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think you're gonna make it to closing. Like, we need a week and a half, you know?
Yeah.
And we get the contract signed. He has, by the way, he has 4 houses outright cash that he owns, right? But he's been conned so many times that he's like so paranoid. So he's like selling us one at a time. And we get this thing under contract. And then like 2 days later, by the way, he wanted some milk from his fridge. I said, are you sure?
Yeah.
So I went and got him the milk. He takes this cup, goes like this. Dust and flies come out of it.
Oh my
Pours the milk
goodness.
in, starts drinking. I was like, Bill,
Bro.
are you? He goes like, where else am I gonna do? I'm like, did you sign the contract, dude?
Yeah.
We get the contract signed, and then like we find out he's in the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
He calls us to go to the hospital. We go to the hospital, get the other contract signed. He's like, nah, I ain't signing shit until this closes. Where's my money? I said, dude, it's been 2 days. You signed on Friday. Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fugazi buy a house without title work? He goes
Yeah.
like, what's title work? I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
And the hospital was not treating him well, so he was already in a bad mood. Right.
Yeah.
3 days later, he's moved into a nursing home. Long story short, I moved mountains because he had a 26K violation from the village of Lake Barrington. So we get everything like done in time. Boom, boom, boom. We set the close on that Tuesday. I have a mobile notary going to the nursing home. I'm gonna show up with him. I've never signed closing docs like that because usually my attorneys do everything, right?
Yeah.
On our way there, he calls us. Hey, I can't sign right now. It's like, dude, I'm 10 minutes away. Notary drove an hour to get here. He goes like, I've been shitting and pissing all morning, nonstop. I was like, well, that's no good. So I'm like, all right, we'll reschedule for like whenever you feel better, like tomorrow. I went and signed all my docs, and when we try to reschedule, new guy enters the chat. Some random friend, let's call him Nay. I'm thinking neighborhood loans, right? Let's call him Nay. And Nay's like, no, you can't sign anything until an attorney reviews it. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who are you, first and foremost? And we're giving him a really good, fair offer on this price because I want the other houses, right? And we find out later on that guy was just going to every attorney, trying to get added onto his estate and saying that this guy is not mentally capable to make his own decisions. So every attorney's like, you out your goddamn mind if I'm taking that case, right? So for now, a week and a half, we're getting dragged out. We literally went to the hospital. I said, this guy's trying to screw you, and we'll prove it. We called the guy on speaker. I said, hey, man, so like when we getting this deal done? He goes like, yep, let me just figure out how I could get on the... He just kind of spilled the beans. And this guy was angry. I was like, you ready to sign or what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, perfect. This was Friday. So we get the notary there Monday. I get everything signed, boom, boom, boom. I had already signed my docs. That Tuesday, I go to closing to do the final shit. I forgot to get the deed signed. So I'm like, no problem. Print the deed, get the notary in that nursing home to get out there and sign it, right? Notary in the nursing home calls Nay, says, hey, am I allowed to sign this document? He goes like, no, absolutely not. Fit. Nobody said, no closing. The next day, I said, fuck this. I'm showing up. So I called another notary, and we showed up. I'm like, listen, bro, we signing these docs right now because I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
And then he gave me some like every time I showed up with a chocolate shake because he insisted on it. And so now he got his money. He got $304,000 after he paid all his judgments.
Yeah.
So he's a happy camper. So tomorrow,
Yay.
actually later today, we're supposed to meet him again at the nursing home
Good.
so we could buy the other house and the other house.
Take
and
him
the
some
other house.
Panda Express.
Yeah.
And,
take him
and the
some Panda.
chocolate.
He good. He
Yeah.
finally, he's been calling to get like he's been ordering from Rosalind. That's the only place that actually
Rosalind.
delivers. And I was like, you have Uber Eats now, right? He goes like, I'm not signing up for that shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He's old school.
he's old school. Funniest thing is he insisted on me buying him pens, like blue pens.
Okay.
I was like, okay, because he wanted the notary's pen. I was like, you
Okay.
can't have the notary's pen, bro. She's being stingy with it. And he goes like, but this is a good pen. I'm like, listen, Bill, I will buy you let me take a picture of it. Take a picture of it. It
Get
was
the
like
right
$3 for the pack of 10. I was like, I'll get it. So I went to not Starbucks. I went to
Target.
Target. Got him the pens, a little frappuccino on my way out. I said, are you ready to sign the other deals, bro? And he goes, nope, not until my money clears. So
Yeah.
this was Friday. I'm hoping his
Smart
money cleared.
man.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's good.
That was a
Yeah.
crazy story.
That
is crazy.
Yeah.
That was a wild
He
story.
sounds
That was a
hilarious.
good story. Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Okay, so before we go,
Mhm.
we always ask our 3 signature questions.
Yeah, so the first one, give us a food spot, preferably like mom and pop in the city.
Oh god, my mom pop spots I do not go to often. Oh, I'll give you one. Can it not be in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's a place called Mario's Pizza off of Roselle Road in Schaumburg.
Okay.
Absolutely
Mario's
the best pizza ever. I went there when I was in high school for like off-campus lunch. For $3, you're getting a fat slice of pizza, thick crust, and the lady who owns it still works there today. She'll take care of you. She's awesome. So
What's her name? Dropped her name.
I don't remember her name.
That's
Okay.
sweet though.
Just
I love
I
lady
call
that
her
owns
ma'am.
it.
So
Ma'am. Who do you look up to?
ooh, Don't know yet, to be honest.
No, someone you admire in business or like
When we started, you had mentioned you looked up this guy. I forgot his name.
some YouTube.
Oh,
Ryan.
I wouldn't say I would look up to him.
Yeah.
It was just like the only coach I could find on YouTube at the time.
Okay.
I don't want to shit on his name, so I won't say it again. Who do I look up to? I mean, it's hard. Like, it depends on like what industry we're in. Like I got a couple of mentors that I'm like, they've been teaching me a lot. Like Kevin Rossio is a guy in the commercial real estate. He helped me sell my building, so I look up to him a lot. He is very knowledgeable, and it's kind of opened my eyes into like what the big leagues are all about, right?
Yeah. Commercial
Real estate. Yeah. Listen, we think we're doing
Those are the
something.
big-
They're doing $500,000 like spreads, like it's $500,000. I bought it for 1, sold it for 1.8. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. So I have to think about that one.
Okay. Leave us a real estate nugget and look at the camera.
Oh, a real estate nugget. Let's see. I would say for real estate wise, when you're buying a flip, make sure that, again, you do not buy in bad locations because good areas will always sell faster, easier, and it's a lot better to renovate those. And do not shop on your budget because your budget might lead you to buy a shitty deal. Buy the best deal possible. If you focus on finding the opportunity, people will focus on finding you. So that's it.
We'll close.
Thank you.
We're gonna be like,
We're doing this? Clock it. See a bridge. I know everything.
All right, Aram,
yes.
Aram, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to be here with us.
Of course.
We appreciate all the nuggets and wild stories you share.
Thank you.
For anyone listening, don't forget to go follow Aram. Go give a shout out to your IG.
Aram G Realty. Aram G Realty is where you could go to find me.
And you can follow us at Real Estate Confessions. And we'll catch you guys on the next confession. Bye.